Welcome to our enchanting rustic vintage Easter farmhouse, where the charm of an English country cottage meets the refreshing beauty of spring. Today, we take you on a magical home tour filled with blooming florals, antique treasures, and cozy farmhouse aesthetics. Let's step into this dreamy world where Easter decor and timeless elegance come together in perfect harmony. Nestled in the countryside, this home embodies the essence of English cottage charm. From its ivy-clad exterior to the soft pastel hues within, every corner reflects a story of warmth and nostalgia. The combination of vintage decor, wooden beams, and delicate floral accents creates an inviting and whimsical space. The entrance sets the tone for this delightful tour. A rustic wooden door, adorned with a handcrafted Easter wreath of dried lavender, wildflowers, and pastel ribbons, welcomes guests with seasonal cheer. Wicker baskets filled with daffodils and tulips frame the doorway, creating a picturesque entryway full of life and color. Step into the heart of the home, where vintage meets comfort. A soft linen sofa, adorned with floral and bunny print cushions, invites relaxation. The fireplace mantel showcases a stunning Easter display, porcelain bunnies, antique candle holders, and a garland of pastel eggs bring a touch of festivity to the space. A rustic hutch, painted in a distressed pastel blue, holds an assortment of vintage china and Easter-themed ceramics. Delicate teacups, bunny-shaped dishes, and intricately painted eggs sit among heirloom treasures, evoking a sense of nostalgia and craftsmanship. The dining table is dressed in a charming Easter spread. A linen table runner, scattered with fresh greenery, creates a natural backdrop for vintage plates, brass cutlery, and elegant glassware. The centerpiece, a wooden tray holding an assortment of spring flowers, hand-painted eggs, and rustic candle holders, captures the essence of a timeless Easter celebration. The farmhouse kitchen embraces the season with open shelves displaying pastel pottery, woven baskets, and glass jars filled with spring herbs. A rustic wooden island, adorned with a vase of fresh-cut lilacs, brings an air of freshness, while copper cookware adds a touch of warmth and history. Bathed in natural light, the breakfast nook exudes cozy charm. A round wooden table, surrounded by vintage Windsor chairs, is set for a peaceful morning meal. Soft linen napkins, bunny-shaped bread rolls, and a pitcher of homemade lemonade create a simple yet inviting Easter breakfast scene. The fireplace mantel tells a story of rustic Easter charm. Wooden bunnies, antique books, and a delicate garland of pastel flowers bring warmth and character to this focal point. A vintage mirror, reflecting the soft flicker of candlelight, adds a timeless and elegant touch. A cozy corner dedicated to Easter whimsy features a wooden rocking chair draped with a soft knitted throw. A collection of plush bunnies and hand-painted wooden eggs rest on a small farmhouse side table, making it the perfect spot to enjoy a cup of tea and embrace the joys of the season. The bedroom is a serene retreat adorned with delicate floral bedding, lace curtains, and a vintage iron bed frame. An Easter-inspired touch comes from the pastel-colored throw pillows, fresh daffodils on the bedside table, and a charming basket of hand-woven Easter decorations placed at the foot of the bed. Soft white linens, a clawfoot tub, and fresh lavender bouquets transform the bathroom into a tranquil oasis. Vintage glass apothecary jars hold homemade bath salts, and a rustic wooden stool with a basket of Easter-themed soaps and candles enhances the cottage-inspired luxury. A reclaimed wooden ladder serves as a creative Easter display stand. Delicately painted eggs, nestled in tiny woven nests, dangle from twine, while a collection of dried flowers and lace ribbons adds a touch of vintage beauty to this unique seasonal decor piece. The sunlit conservatory bursts with life, filled with potted herbs, floral arrangements, and a vintage metal watering can collection. An Easter tea party is set up here, with a lace-draped table featuring homemade pastries, a teapot adorned with dainty floral prints, and pastel-hued macarons. The greenhouse brims with fresh blooms, rustic wooden planters, and vintage garden tools. The scent of freshly potted lavender and rosemary fills the air, creating an atmosphere of renewal. A wooden bench, draped with a floral cushion, invites you to sit and soak in the beauty of spring. A charming outdoor Easter picnic awaits under the shade of a blossoming apple tree. A vintage checkered blanket is spread across the grass, featuring a wicker picnic basket filled with warm bread, seasonal fruits, and homemade jam. An antique pitcher of fresh lemonade adds the perfect refreshing touch. No farmhouse is complete without a quaint chicken coop, painted in soft sage green and surrounded by a white picket fence. Colorful eggs collected in a woven basket bring a delightful Easter touch, while happy hens roam freely in the lush garden. A picturesque barnyard setting features an antique wheelbarrow filled with hay and pastel-painted wooden eggs. Vintage lanterns hang from the beams, and a cozy bench with floral cushions provides the perfect place to enjoy the pastoral beauty of the season. A stone pathway, lined with blooming daffodils and tulips, leads to a charming garden bench. Delicate fairy lights strung across the archway add a whimsical touch, making this a magical spot for an evening stroll or a quiet moment of springtime reflection. A rustic wooden table, filled with Easter treats, invites guests to indulge. A tiered stand holds pastel cupcakes, bunny-shaped cookies, and a classic carrot cake topped with cream cheese frosting. Vintage teacups and floral napkins complete the charming display. As the sun sets, the cozy fire pit area becomes a haven of warmth. A cast iron pot simmers with homemade spiced cider, while a rustic bench draped with knitted throws invites guests to gather, share stories, and embrace the joys of Easter under the stars. The farmhouse glows in the soft light of lanterns and candlelit windows. The scent of fresh blooms, warm baked goods, and the laughter of loved ones create an ambience of pure serenity and joy. Easter in this rustic vintage setting is truly a time of renewal and togetherness. As we conclude our tour, we are reminded of the timeless beauty of rustic vintage Easter decor. This English country cottage embraces the warmth, charm, and renewal of spring in every detail. Thank you for joining us. May your Easter season be filled with joy, love, and the simple pleasures of home. Tulip.